Hey there, welcome to episode 19 of the Buy Me an Update audio program. I'm your host, Dan Hugo. We're recording this at 5:30 in the morning on March 31st, 2025. Happy Monday. More material, today's title. Wherever you found this, which is, of course, on the buymeacoffee.com website, you will find the show notes, which I'll read to you just in case you aren't looking at them, links, and a rundown of last week's episodes of various audio programs. The summary: I did 3 minutes at the Wiseguys Comedy Club in downtown Las Vegas last week. That's 3 minutes of open mic comedy. Open mic is something everybody should try at least once, whether comedy or music or poetry or telling a story or whatever you're into. This was my 6th time over a few years, but it's something I should do more often. The links for today's episode, my other coffee website, I suppose, ko-fi.com, ko-fi.com/Dan Hugo, or ko-fi.com/Dan Hugo if you prefer. It's the key next to the 0 on your keyboard. Last week, I also have some links to the all the audio programs, just in case you don't feel like looking at my buymeacoffee.com/Dan Hugo profile. Last week on Let's Innovate for Vegas, we're adding 2 new ones to our stack of initiatives. One is completely new. One is sort of a module or application that goes along with the Smart Calendar and Smart Social. Quaggling Sand was about my long history of enjoying stand-up comedy and comedians ahead of my open mic outing that night at Wiseguys here in Vegas. That was fun. FFS Talk was all about sharing information, sort of looking at the contemporaneous signal gate situation, but really more at the general problem of communicating with others privately. Cafe Genius Impresarios was making a case for getting outside of the insular groups and silos we all become a part of at some point, and cross-pollinating our networks to increase the likelihood of good discussions and great ideas and outcomes. Episode 0 of Hugo Floss, the audio-only edition, in this case, was published, but there is work to be done to form a proper new channel with all that I hope that one will be about, which is just about anything. So adding more material, Quaggling Sand being all stories, should be a reasonable starting point, perhaps. I have found my comedic style thus far leans heavily into stories, true stories in particular, so that I can always be assured that what I have come up with is my own, because I do listen to a lot of comedians, so I have to be careful about that. I see them too. I sometimes watch a live show. Obviously, there are times when turning a story a bit to make it funny is or should be illegal. I have a joke about a Ouija board, for example, that is not completely true, though I do actually own a Ouija board and I have used it. So, poetic license perhaps. So far, I've found that I need to have some material prepared that I am confident in, and this allows me to ad-lib a bit during my performance. If I feel as though the material doesn't fit together, that I am changing it before I get on stage, I ultimately have a relatively bad set. And this is after 6 outings under just different circumstances along those lines. I am still new to this, but it is a learning experience, as I have described in previous episodes of the various audio programs, and of course it is nice to get a laugh or two. You should always try to get on stage and do stuff, performative or otherwise. It ultimately helps your general persona when it comes to talking about yourself, talking about other things, making any sort of presentations. Practicing in front of an audience is always useful, always good, and if you have fun doing it, even better. That's all for today. Don't forget to check out all the various audio programs through the week, and we'll see you next Monday in the next episode of Buy Me an Update. Take care.